Hi, my name is Maria Horat, and I'm a resident here in Tuolumne County, Northern California. And today I just wanted to point something out to your attention, and it has to do with our county and our state. And tomorrow, Tuesday, March 7th, the Tuolumne County Supervisors are going to be presented with a road user charge program by CalTrans, and you really need to be paying attention to this. Because basically what they're the state wants is to transition us from taking us out of the gas tax and putting us into a road user charge program, which essentially first is going to start as a pilot. They want to start it as a pilot program where you will agree, or whoever wants to volunteer at first, to put a GPS device on your vehicle. And then that's going to track the amount of mileage that your car or vehicle will collect. And then that data is going to be given to the state, and then the state is going to charge you an invoice. It's going to send you an invoice for what you owe for the amount of mileage that you use. So basically, this is a way they're saying it's going to be more efficient and cheaper for the people than the gas tax. Because despite all the amount of money that the state collects from the gas tax, we still have some of the worst roads in the nation. As we can see in the last few days, our area basically has been impacted heavily by the snow fall that we have had, the winter storms, and not just our county, but say even Southern California are facing, counties down there are facing the same issues. And the state or the county don't have the resources, or at least they don't provide the resources available to plow the roads and to get people out of their homes. Many of them have been trapped for days and are unable to get what they need. So conveniently enough, tomorrow the supervisors are going to be presented with something called the Road User Charge Program, and I want to just show you a few things about it now. First of all, I wanted to show you this bill that the state passed just on September 24th, 2021, and existing law requires the chair of the California Transportation Commission to create a road usage charge under the development and evaluation of a pilot program to assess the potential for mileage-based revenue collection as an alternative to the gas tax system. The bill will extend the operation of these provisions until January 1st, 2027, and the bill will require the Transportation Agency, in consultation with the California Transportation Commission, to implement a pilot program to identify and evaluate issues related to the collection of revenue for a road charge system as specified. I also wanted to just show you part of the presentation, the information that the presentation is going to be on tomorrow. And that will be from their actual website, California Road Charge, what that means, and basically what I explained just a bit ago, that they're stating that this is a more efficient way, a more equitable way to go than to charge a gas tax. And we know that they have basically the money that has been thrown at the road issue has been exorbitant. They have been collecting the gas tax for a few years now, and the money has been, I was reading an article by California Matters, the money has been diverted to other projects. That the money that has been collected from the gas tax has been basically diverted to other projects, and including the agricultural and other projects that the state has, and has not been accounted for the roads. So that's why we have such a horrible road system in the whole state. So they're saying, we know basically this is a power grab. What they just are looking to increase their power grab on the citizens and residents of the state. But basically, they're saying the four issues with the gas tax is the fuel efficiency gains, that the gas power vehicles are becoming more fuel efficient, so owners are buying less gas. They want to increase in zero emission vehicles. We know that our county passed a a climate action plan, and in under the state that we're supposed to meet zero emissions goals by 2030. So vehicles that do not use gas, such as electric vehicles, do not pay fuel tax. So they're saying they're not getting enough money now because we have more efficient vehicles. And of course, inflation and loss of purchasing power and the uneven fuel tax burden. Then they define what the road charge is. They say it's an innovative funding mechanism intended to replace the current gas tax and more accurately ensures that all drivers are paying their fair share to use for the road. Road charge allows drivers to support local road and highway maintenance based on how many miles they drive instead of how many gallons of gas they use. So basically here they tell you how much more efficient and cheaper it is to do that instead of the gas tax. And they say that there's going to be a public-private partnership with third-party commercial account managers, such as a toll company like Fast Track, that is going to be doing the transaction. So first, multiple options to report miles ranging from third-party odometer, read to GPS technology. Then the commercial account manager sends invoice to taxpayer for road charge, less fuel taxpayer at the pump, and then the taxpayer pays road charge as reflected in their invoice. And the commercial account manager sends the road charge collected from the taxpayer to the state, and the state provides oversight and governance to the commercial account managers. So we know these public-private partnerships, they have been mentioned quite a bit. We know what that means. We have been talking about that in our earlier videos. Here they talk about the mileage reporting methods, the way they're going to do that. It could be a time permit, plug-in device, a smartphone app, built-in technology, odometer charge, or mileage permit. So those are the low technology options and the high technology options, how they're going to, the mileage reporting methods. And then they show us a national picture, and we see that California is, the states in green are the pilot programs. California is one of them. And the ones in yellow are the ones that already have the program. I looked at Oregon, and actually they have this road charge program, but it's just voluntary, and there's only 700 volunteers according to the website that I looked that reports that. So they also say that several nations around the world have implemented distance-based charging, including Belgium, Germany, and New Zealand, and many other nations are considering this option. Of course, it's a plan that is being implemented and designed by the World Economic Forum. And I want to show you some proof of that as well, because one of the things that we should do is look at the global picture and then connect the dots with what's happening locally. And that's why I think this is so important to bring to your attention, because then hopefully you will go to the supervisors meeting and bring it to their attention. The Public-Private Roads Project, this project will explore the ability of current GPS technology to differentiate between public and private roads in a road charge system. So if you participate, you might get up to $250 if you want to be part of the pilot program. So why is this important that you know? Because this is not about making it more efficient for you or making it more affordable for you. This is about power and control. And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is go to the World Economic Forum and the United Nations, and you can see what they're doing, what they're telling you that they want to implement. Under the guise of climate change, they want to come up with all of these different agendas in order to limit our mobility. I want to share the screen again and show you. So I just want to bring you to this World Economic Forum website, and you can look it up, WEFORUM.org, Shaping the Future of Mobility. So they're saying that the world's population will swell to 10 billion by 2050 in the face of this rapid growth. Mobility systems in megacities are being overstretched, while rural areas are falling further behind. We are in a rural area. How can sustainable and inclusive mobility be ensured? They say cutting edge technologies such as autonomous vehicles, biometrics, and drones are creating opportunities to transform mobility by enabling innovative business models and mobility services for new and changing customer demographics. Here at the beginning, also they say mobility, the movement of people and goods, provide access to jobs, education, healthcare, and trade, yet today's mobility system cannot meet future demand without increasing congestion and pollution. We're seeking to change that by providing a platform where business leaders can partner with policymakers to develop a global mobility system that is safe, clean, and inclusive, meaning that they want to limit our mobility because we're not very clean. So that's that. I just wanted to make sure that you took a look at that and that you can take what I'm just sharing here with you and decide whether you want to be involved with our county and let the supervisors know part of the problem. And I'm sure some of them know, the state has to, they have been paid for all this money that has been paid through gas tax, and they're not using it for the roads. They're using it for other projects. And we know there's a lot of corruption involved. And despite the fact that the county gets all these grants for all these other projects, we apparently don't have enough money to address all the issues that we have with our roads. And I'm not sure how much discretionary spending or from their general fund budget they might have to at least address some of the issues. I wanted to share this article by the Times of San Diego. And this is from 2021, that progress in California road repairs lagging despite gas tax hike. And it just basically states that progress in making repairs, the Los Angeles Times reports, is lagging worse. Officials now said that funding is sufficient only to complete less than half of the work needed. So they said that according to the Times, Sacramento has allocated about $16 billion from 2017 Senate Bill 1 for roads and highways. Yet state officials say that much of the money is needed to address shortcomings in the transportation system. CalTrans estimate it will need $122.9 billion over 10 years to maintain the existing assets, due in part to increasing costs and the age of the infrastructure. And this is the important part. It states, it would be helpful if policymakers didn't have a habit of diverting revenues for road work to unrelated projects. But transportation funds are as politicized as any of the dollars funneled through Sacramento. For instance, it took the state only a matter of months after SB 1 was passed and signed to move motor fuel tax revenues to the California Department of Food and Agriculture and the State Department of Parks and Recreations, the General Fund, and local law enforcement. So as we can see, the funds have been not allocated the way it should have been for road work, and so that's why we have failing roads. On that end, I want to just finish this video by just saying that this user charge program is just part of an agenda and it's not intended for your benefit. So what you have to do is get involved with your local representatives. Our supervisors have a duty to the Constitution. They need to uphold the Constitution. And right now, what they need to do is just push against whatever the state wants to pass that is going to take us further into the hole and into tyranny, because basically that's what the World Economic Forum has for us. So what we need to do is just get involved and get educated about all these issues and find a way to get our supervisors to listen and to understand the issues at stake, or they need to step down and the ones who have the knowledge and have the moral compass to do the work that we the people need to step forward. So I'm hoping that either one of those two things happen and everyone needs to be involved. So tomorrow, the meeting will take place at 9 a.m. It starts at 9 a.m. I think the road user charge program, and I'm just going to share the county website here. So if you go to agenda March 7, you'll be able to see the whole agenda at 9 o'clock. And I believe this presentation is going to be taking place at 11 o'clock in the morning. Presentation by CalTrans Road User Charge Program Manager, Ms. Lauren Prehoda. And she's going to be talking about that. And the intention will be to start a pilot program and eventually take us off, because that's, to achieve the net zero goals, carbon net zero goals, they're going to have to get rid of gasoline. So this is just kind of pushing us into that direction. So that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for joining me, and hope you can share this video, and please hit the like button as well. Thank you.